Hi, I'm Ken Rosenthal, park naturalist with Gulf Branch Nature Center, and this is our holiday edition of 5-Minute Finds. I found a poem I'd like to read today, something a little different from what we normally do, and so I hope you'll indulge me. Santa was good enough to let me use the cabin and his chair, so I could read you a little holiday greeting this year. So, 'twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Well, there's probably a few mice stirring in your house. I mean, mice can get in anywhere. Mice probably aren't even the only animals stirring in your house. There's all kinds of critters in there, beetles and bugs. I'm not trying to creep you out. It's just a fact. We'd like to think that our houses are really, a barrier to the natural world, but the natural world finds a way to get in. Things like house centipedes, house spiders, which are really beneficial. Look, let me show you one. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's who I'm talking about. This is the common house spider, or more accurately, the American house spider, or even more accurately by its Latin name, which I could not figure out how to pronounce and prefer not to really butcher on this video. As you can see, she is actually hiding underneath a fixture coming out of the wall here. And I do say she, you can see the yellowish legs with bands. That's indicative of the female. They are a cobweb spider, and they will make a mess. They often abandon their web and start a new one. And so when you find cobwebs in your house, it's often them. They abandon the cobwebs, they get sticky with dust, and then they look messy. On the other hand, they use those cobwebs to catch their prey, which can be things like flies and mosquitoes, other bugs inside, which would be considered a pest and something you don't want in your house. So they can actually be really beneficial to have in your home. They tend to be in areas like this where they're out of the way. They're not aggressive. If they're bothered, they will drop out of their web or scuttle up somewhere to hide. Now, when they're in the web, they can also be messy because they will catch prey and they'll wrap them up and drain them of the fluids that they want to eat. And then when they're done with them, they just throw them out of their web. So you can get a little mess or trash pile like this underneath the spider's web. We typically have a ton of these in the nature center, although there's not as many now, and it might be because it's the winter. But I can certainly, if I wanted to, go down and show you several other places where we've had them with webs, and you can see their little trash piles underneath. And we found some really amazing things in these spiders' webs throughout the years. In addition to obviously insects and other spiders, we've even found young skinks and baby ringneck snakes, which they are able to wrap up efficiently and eventually subdue and feed off of, which is impressive because these are definitely smaller than either of those two animals I just mentioned. I've stepped outside of the nature center now, and right in the center of the picture you can see a couple of egg sacs from the American house spider. They're brown, they're teardrop shaped. They almost look like a drop of mud stuck in a web. In each of these egg sacs you might find 150 to 200 eggs containing young American house spiders. They will hatch, spend a little bit of time in the parent's web before moving on out on their own. And so this is indicative. This is a really good tell. Like, if you're not sure what kind of spider's in the web and you can't see it very clearly or can't make out any markings, but you see these structured in the web, you know that is the American house spider. This is distinctive from other spiders, this egg sac shape. All right, so we've talked about the house spider. Let's get back to our poem. Also, house spiders. Think of them as the gift that keeps on giving, that all year round they're constantly taking care of the pests that might bug you in your own home. There are bigger spiders. We've got bigger spiders here in the cabin. So if the house spiders are the only spiders you got in your house, it's not too shabby. So anyways, I'm sorry, I did get distracted. Let me go ahead and finish my poem. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes... looks like I ran out of time. It's probably for the best. They talk about reindeer and eagles and oak leaves and moonlight. There's a lot of distractions in this poem. So maybe you could read it yourself. I'll come up with something different to read next year. I hope this finds you and your family safe and well and enjoying the holidays. And I look forward to seeing you with another 5-Minute Find in the future. Take care and have a good one.